welcome to Miss Woodward Reads. Today I am reading Flowers Are Calling. Words by Rita Gray, pictures by Kennard Pack. This book has some of the most beautiful illustrations that I think you'll really enjoy as we start thinking about spring and flowers blooming and nature coming alive again. Flowers are calling a little black bear. No, not a bear, he doesn't care. They're calling a butterfly to dip from the air. What type of butterfly is that? That's a monarch butterfly. Flowers are calling. A wet green frog. No, not a frog, she likes her soggy bog. They're calling a bumblebee to look near their log. Flowers are calling a porcupine. No, not a porcupine, she couldn't take the time. They're calling a hummingbird to sip at their vine. And if we look at this page, I really like this page, or these two pages I should say, because there's information about flowers that we do see around here. This is one we see a lot. I love this flower. It's called Queen Anne's Lace. It says butterflies like a landing pad when they drink nectar. Then this one here is the monkshood. Bumblebees are hefty enough to push deep inside a monkshood flower where nectar is stored. And then here, this is a beautiful one too, is the trumpet honeysuckle. Hummingbirds use their long tongues to reach the nectar hidden in deep tubular flowers and hover as they drink. So a hummingbird could easily get into the trumpet honeysuckle. Flowers are calling a loud blue jay. No, not a jay, he wouldn't stay. They're calling a honeybee to fly their way. Anybody know what type of flower that is? Flowers are calling a little moose. No, not a moose, what would be the use? They're calling a beetle to eat their pollen loose. You know what type of tree that is? Flowers are calling a rabbit to stop. No, not a rabbit. It's not their habit to call a rabbit. He might grab it. They're calling a bee fly to visit their spot. See the bee fly? It's different than a bee. Flowers are calling a small brown snake. No, not a snake, for goodness sake. They're calling a pollen wasp with nectar to take. Flowers are calling a desert deer. No, not a deer, he can't even get near. They're calling a nectar bat to flap over here. Look at that bat. He looks pretty happy. Now here's those pages again that tell us about the beautiful different types of flowers that we saw. This is the blowout beard tongue. Pollen wasps, like bees, make loaves of nectar and pollen to feed their young. Or we have the cardon cactus. Lesser long-nosed bats have long tongues that can reach the nectar deep inside the bell-shaped flowers on the cardon cactus. These cactus flowers unfurl for just one short night. Then we have the moonflower. This is probably one of my most favorite flowers. The moonflower and Carolina sphinx moth. Sphinx moths are expert flyers with very long tongues. Like cardon cactus, the blooms of moonflowers open for just one night and depend on the nighttime visits of moths for pollination. Oh, I love this illustration because this is one of those pages where I say I would love to live inside that illustration. It looks so beautiful. Flowers are calling a busy wren. No, not a wren. He's already seen them. They're calling some children to look again. Nature is always calling for children. Please come out and play. Enjoy my sunshine and my flowers and my butterflies. So make sure if it's a beautiful day, you're outside playing in nature. The end. And this is cool because at the end of this book, they give a lot of information about flowers and the types of animals we saw in this book. I think this is a really beautiful book. And just looking at the cover, when I saw this book at the library, I went to the public library and I borrowed this. When I saw this, I said, wow, the illustrations in this book must be amazing. So I flipped through it and I said, oh, they're even better than I thought. So then I just had to take this home and I had to share this on Miss Woodward Reads. Enjoy your day, my friends. Make sure we're all playing outside in nature.